guessing you clicked on this video because you want to lower your cholesterol, naturally, without relying on medication. And you're not alone. Every day I talk to patients who are hoping to manage their cholesterol through lifestyle changes. Here's the good news. With the right strategies, some people can lower their LDL, the bad cholesterol, by up to 30% without taking a single. Let's walk through the top 9 evidence-based ways to lower your cholesterol, naturally, before we dive in. A quick note, and I've seen firsthand how powerful diet and lifestyle changes can be for heart health. This video isn't about trends, detoxes, or miracle cures. We're focusing only on what's been proven by science. So let's start by understanding the types of fats and how they affect your cholesterol. You've probably heard all kinds of opinions about fat on social media. But here's what the science says. Trans fats are artificial, harmful fats found in hydrogenated oils. Most countries have already banned them. Saturated fats, found in butter, cheese, and coconut oil, significantly raise LDL cholesterol. On the other hand, monounsaturated fats, like those in olive oil, nuts, and avocados, can actually lower LDL. Polyunsaturated fats, found in fatty fish, walnuts, and flax seeds, are among the best for your heart. Just replacing 100 calories of saturated fat per day, like one donut, can drop your LDL by up to 10 points. Depending on what you swap it with, one common mistake people make is replacing saturated fat with sugar. It's easy to think you're making a healthy choice by cutting out fatty foods. But if you're adding processed sugar instead, you're just trading one problem for another. Sugar increases inflammation, leads to weight gain, and can indirectly raise cholesterol. So always go for real food swaps, not just low-fat labels. Next, let's talk about fiber, especially soluble fiber. Soluble fiber works like a sponge in your gut, trapping cholesterol and helping your body get rid of it. Find this kind of fiber in oats, beans, chia seeds, apples, and barley. Just 5 to 10 grams of soluble fiber a day can lower LDL by 5 to 10%. And if you take 1 tablespoon of psyllium fiber, like Metamucil, twice a day, you could lower your LDL by around 13 points. Now, what about eggs and dietary cholesterol? Debate that never seems to end. But here's the bottom line. For most people, 1 egg per day is totally fine. The impact of dietary cholesterol varies a lot depending on your genetics. Swapping eggs for sugary breakfast cereals? That's worse. Swapping them for oats? That's a win. If you're trying to reduce LDL aggressively, it might help to cut back. But eggs are not the #1 enemy. Let's talk about coffee. Yes, how you brew your coffee can affect your cholesterol levels. Coffee contains a compound called caffeine, which blocks your liver from removing LDL cholesterol. But the good news? Simple paper filter, like the one in drip coffee makers, can remove most of it. French press, espresso, and Turkish coffee all have high levels of caffeine. Switching to filtered coffee could lower LDL by up to 15 points. That's a simple change with a big benefit. Plant sterols are another tool you might have heard about. These compounds mimic cholesterol and block its absorption in the gut. Just 2 grams a day can lower LDL by 5 to 10%. The catch? It's hard to get that amount from food alone unless you eat fortified margarine or take supplements. But be cautious. Some people absorb these too well, which might increase risk. So always go for food-based sources over pills unless advised by your doctor. Swapping animal proteins for plant-based options can also help. Choosing beans, lentils, or tofu instead of red meat can reduce LDL by up to 6 points. These foods contain no cholesterol, less saturated fat, and plenty of fiber. You don't have to go completely vegetarian, just shifting your protein choices a few times a week makes a difference. Now let's move your body. A lot of people think exercise doesn't affect cholesterol, and while it might not always lower LDL directly, it definitely helps. Doing cardio 4 times a week can lower LDL by about 5 to 6 points. And if you combine that with strength training, you could see up to an 11-point drop. Exercise also improves blood pressure, insulin sensitivity, and overall heart health. Sustainable weight loss is another key piece. If your BMI is high, even a small amount of weight loss helps. Just losing 1 kilogram, or about 2.2 pounds, can lower LDL by 1.3 points. And if you keep the weight off for 12 months or longer, those benefits last. This isn't about crash diets. It's about making changes that stick. A bonus tip: probiotics and gut health. Some early research shows that probiotics can reduce LDL by up to 8 points over 12 weeks. But the results are mixed, and we don't yet know the best strains or doses. Instead of supplements, focus on natural sources like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, and sauerkraut. Now, 2 things I don't recommend. First, red yeast rice. Yes, it can lower LDL, but it works just like a statin. and it's not regulated. In fact, in 2023, over 500 people in Japan were hospitalized due to kidney damage from contaminated red yeast rice. Second, green tea extract pills. While green tea itself is great, the concentrated pills have been linked to liver damage. Stick with the tea, not the pills. So what's the big takeaway here? Fat isn't the enemy, but the type of fat, the amount of fiber, and your overall eating pattern all matter. Don't just eliminate cholesterol, build a sustainable, heart-healthy diet. The Mediterranean diet, and plant-based diets all work because they're based on real food. Not restriction. Take a screenshot of this summary chart to keep handy next time you go grocery shopping. Or better yet, bookmark this video. If you're serious about lowering your cholesterol naturally, don't stop here. Watch my next video on how to lower blood pressure naturally. It's the perfect follow-up to this one. And as always, take care, stay informed, and make choices that work for you. See you in the next video.